I got a new fridge, and to protect it, I got a fridge UPS. Yes, really, fridge UPS. This is the Bluetti FridgePower, and it is a UPS for your fridge. Literally, that's what it's for, fridge power. So I'm gonna show you why this might be a good idea, and actually why I wanna use it on this brand new fridge. This is literally 2 days old, and how that might protect it and why. So let me first get this out of the box, and we'll have a look what it looks like. Let's have a look what's in the box. It's a big battery. It's a pretty heavy actually. So we got, first of all, we have some paraphernalia. What's in this? Let's have a look. There's some legs for it. I'll show you why that is. You can mount it different ways. There's some screws, there's some clamps, there's a strap there. You might put that on. And then there's of course a power cord, Australian one this time. And there is, there we go, some bolts. So you're gonna attach it to the wall, all right? And here is the actual fridge power. Let's pull it out. Oh man, that's heavy. Jeepers. So here's the fridge power. It looks like that. It is actually really heavy. It is a 2 kilowatt-hour battery. And here's the back of it. So obviously that's where you put in your power point. So this is an Australian one. Here. And this is where you charge it. I think, oh no, we'll get to that later. That's the extension. You charge it there, so it protects it. And what have we got on the side? Holy wow, that is heavy. Battery expansion port there. So I'll show you that. And a CAN bus. Interesting. Don't know if we're going to use that. I didn't know I had that. All right. And the other side of it has nothing, just some vents, because there's probably fans in it. So there we go. That's the fridge power. It's heavy. What else was in the box? Let's put that here. Oh, jeepers. And, oh yeah, some wall brackets, I think. I'm actually not going to put it on the wall. But yeah, there's some brackets here. I think that's for putting it on the wall, I'm guessing. And we got some manuals and whatnot. Very good. And that's it. So let's install it, and I'll show you and I'll explain to you why I think it's a good idea in my case. Right, so I've attached a strap which makes it a lot easier to carry around because there's a bit of weight to it. I might have mentioned that before. So I'm going to place this on top of the fridge, which is one of the ways that you can place it. It's designed for it, because I don't really want to set up the bracket behind the fridge. This is already sticking out enough, so I don't need to stick out more of the fridge, but you can mount it on the wall as well. It comes with all the bracketry, all the things for it. So I'm going to put this on top and then plug in the fridge, and we'll see what happens. So I didn't put this in properly because I knew this was coming. So let's get behind the fridge. There you go. And you can see there's a, or maybe you can see, but there's a power point right behind it. So I can get my trusty step ladder here and a strap held. And then I'll get the power cable and we'll put that in, and we should be up and running pretty much. Turn off fridge and give this a second. Plug in power for the fridge power. Hey, we'll turn that on first before I haven't plugged the fridge in yet. And what do we get here? So we now got, this is charging, and we can hear it with the fans on. We've got some green dots going on the display. It's charging up. I'm just going to see if we can plug in the fridge then. That. And then I'll turn on the fridge power because I think it's just charged. No, bleep bleep. Okay. Fridge is back on. Cool. Well, I'm just going to finagle the install of this a little bit. I'll be right back. So this might be a good time to, well, subscribe to the channel. Yes, big red button down below. It's free to click and be a member or subscriber of the channel, and it helps out a lot. I get to do more videos like this, you get to see more content like this, and we all win. You could also become a member of the channel. I do a lot of behind the scenes type stuff, videos, extra videos about projects that are going on and quirky things I find and all the stuff that doesn't make it into the actual videos. So if you want to support the channel that way, you can do that too. Or you can leave a comment, ask me about the FridgePower or something else, or just give it a thumbs up. All of it helps the channel. But I should probably mention why I think it's a good idea to put something like the FridgePower UPS on my new fridge. So what happened was that the old fridge just started suddenly declining. So the freezer would go like -15, -7, is sort of up and down in temperature until it just becomes a non-freezer. And then the fridge started doing the same and just essentially became a big cupboard. Not helpful. And I think it has something to do with being on generator power for about 6 weeks. While we were waiting for, power be connected, etc. after the fires. So I think maybe it had got some impure power, non-pure sine wave, whatever you want to call it, and that may have damaged it. Not sure 100%, but something like a FridgePower UPS would actually protect that if that was the case. And also, of course, it wouldn't spoil the food that's in it, which is another bonus. Hey. So I think that for me makes sense to have something like a FridgePower on this new fridge. But I want to show you the app, because of course this is a connected smart home channel, and of course there's an app for this as well. So I have the Bluetti app here, and this is the same app as for any Bluetti device, and I've adopted the FridgePower into it and done a whole bunch of firmware updates because there's always some, and here we are. So it's been charging for a little bit, so it's now at 76% power, and you can see it here as well. It's got 3 solid dots, which is 60%. But yeah, more in just a second on if you don't want to look at the display of the app. There's another solution for that too. So in the app, you can turn it on and off. You can see that it's now charging at 1 kilowatt from the grid, and it's using 37, 36, 38 watts. So nothing. It's a very efficient fridge, good Swedish quality, I think. And then there's some estimated charging times. It's got half an hour left. Save dollars, bit of a gimmick. I'm not sure really would be useful, but anyway, there's some energy statistics. Let's see, it's been charging for a little bit. Are there any statistics for us? No, not really. We've had 0.7 kilowatt hours from the grid, but that's it. So yeah, if you the statistics, if you want, I'll use them. So that's it on the main screen. Obviously, there's no. We could have PV input as well. So yeah, I'll get to that in just a second as well. So settings, there's some settings here. There's some guides on how to install it. Network settings, because it's on the Wi-Fi, so we can check it remotely. I kind of like that. And you can share it. And there's a carbon emission factor, another gimmick, I think. I'm not sure. Like, do you actually change that? What's your carbon emission factor? Mine's about 1.2. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure. I don't use it. Anyway. Visit access is useful. So you have someone house sitting, you can have them manage it as well while you're not here. So that could be useful. And it's a UPS. I mean, that's kind of what it does. So there's different working modes for a UPS. So we just understand it, and I think that's fine for me. Standard is okay. And you can also have PV priority, time control, customize. I'm not 100% sure what they all do. But yeah, if you know, let me know in the comments. I'm just going to leave it in standard. That's good enough for me. And of course, there are other things such as the timer. You can put it on a timer when it runs and when it doesn't run. Not good for a fridge, but you can. Because this, if you've seen any of my other Bluetti videos, like the Elite 400, for example, you'll see that the app looks very, very similar. Almost the same settings, I'd say. So yeah, you get standard UPS battery things, even though you wouldn't want to switch your fridge off. There's some powerlifting, which I think is like an extra boost output you can set on if you need that. And then there's the usual mode and stuff. You can actually have turbocharging mode as well if you want, or silent, but it's not loud, so that's fine. And I don't need turbo right now. So that's the app. Of course, there's an app for it. So let's have a look at another way of monitoring how much power is on your FridgePower or another Bluetti device. Right, so one of the cool things, see what I did there? Anyway, about the FridgePower is that you can install it like behind the fridge. You don't have to look at it. It can sort of be hidden away. But then you might not know how much power is left on it, for example, right? So Bluetti has made this little screen. It's actually magnetic, so it can sit right there. And it'll tell you the power, so currently 63%, so it's charged a bit more since the last clip. And it'll tell you the input, so 1032 watts, the output 37, it has the time on it, it has the temperature and humidity as added bonus. And that's really useful because then you have an insight into what it actually outputting. Now, oh, it turns off as well, so you just tap that and then it'll come back on. I have to admit that I spent way too long figuring out that you don't pair this to anything. It just picks up the nearest Bluetti device. Yeah. So it's actually super simple to use. You can have it in your app, but it doesn't do anything. You sort of just put it near, in this case, the FridgePower, and it's on. I did it with the Elite 400 as well, and it just showed that. So it's not just for the FridgePower, it's for any Bluetti device. But kind of handy, kind of neat. And it gives you that little extra insight, and it's kind of looks pretty slick, I think. So yeah, and it's magnetic. Or you can use it with a little stand thing, so you can put it on top as well, if you want. Up to you. I like the fact that it's magnetic. Goes there. There. No, I haven't lost my mind. This isn't another FridgePower. This is an expansion. So if the 2 kilowatt hours that you get with the FridgePower out of the box isn't enough, say you want to make sure that your fridge survives for a week or whatever it might be, whatever your requirements are, you can get these Blue Cell 200 expansions with another 2 kilowatt hours of storage. So along with the FridgePower, Bluetti has also very kindly sent this for review. So I'm gonna plug this in. It actually just plugs in with this plug here on the side, which I showed you at the start. There's an expansion port, as well as a CAN bus, I'm assuming. Plug, it looks like RJ45. And there's an Anderson connector here to plug it into the FridgePower. And then we get 2 extra kilowatt hours. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll see what that does. All right, and this is just as heavy, because it's just got just as many batteries. So this just sits up next to it. Of course, you could also mount it on the wall next to it. It comes with a bracket just like this one. But it just has that little flap on the side there. We plug in the Anderson connector, I'm assuming. Let's see. Like that. And the can so that it can talk to it as well. All right. And now we have 2 batteries. Yep. It's turned on. And it's charging. All right, let's have a look at the app and see what actually showed up. Right, so the extra Blue Cell 200 is plugged in. You can have a maximum of 3 of these, so 8 kilowatt hours in total is what it can manage. It does seem to be a bit just of a, like sort of a dumb battery. I can't see it in the app. It still just says now 89% charge, but that's the charge of this, as you can see on the green dots as well. This is at 40%, but it looks like it's charging. That's flashing. So I'm not sure. I think it's you just plug it in, and this manages its battery management system controls this, but you can't see it in the app. So I think that's okay. Yeah. It works, I assume. Let me know in the comments if I've missed something, but I think that's how it works. You can also charge this with solar panels. So like the what was it called? Sonar 500 battery solar panel that I got from Bluetti as well to help with the rebuild. Remember that? That was in one of the rebuild videos. Fantastic solar panel. This is the only time I've come close to the wattage that is advertised on the panel. So this is a 500 watt solar panel. I got like 494 or something like that. That's never happened before. So impressed, but you can also use that to charge the FridgePower if you feel like it. So yeah, well, expansion if you need it. More batteries. So that's the Bluetti FridgePower. Pretty simple device that, you know, UPS for your fridge, but I'm thinking it is just a battery, right? Yeah, the dimensions of it are sort of, you know, designed to be on top of the fridge in this case, or behind the fridge, or somewhere, but you could use it for other things. So I wrote down a few things that I thought it would work with as well as a fridge, yeah? So what about your fish tank? As an example, I don't have a fish tank, we used to, but if you got pumps running and things that make the fish not die, it would be very handy having something like this on there, and you could obviously put the fish tank on it or next to it or whatever, but you could have power for your fish tank. Yeah. In an RV or a van, they seem like a really good example of powering them with solar. They're flat, you can mount it behind a thing in your RV or in your van or whatever. And then you would have, well, power there, 2 kilowatt hours, 4 kilowatt hours, whatever you need. That would be an option. What about just a computer UPS? You could absolutely use this as a computer UPS. I don't see why not. And again, it fits nicely on the wall. It's not rack mount, it's not shelf mount, it's wall mount. So another option maybe. You could do the same with a Wi-Fi router. Make sure you don't lose connectivity, or your Starlink, for example. That was one of the first things we did here, was make sure the Starlink and the router and the switch and the Dream Machine were on a UPS. And something completely different that I don't have any experience with, but someone mentioned a CPAP machine. Maybe you need that to, well, breathe when you're sleeping, etc. That might be another way that you could use a UPS for. So there's lots of options. You don't have to use it for a fridge. That's what it was designed for. That's the idea, but it is just a battery. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I kind of like this device. It sits neatly on the fridge. It's not in the way. If you have any questions, as I said before, put them down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. And other than that, I will see you in the next video, which will be about some other thing. I don't know. I never know what's next. All right, bye.